Good morning, happy Monday. I'm on my first training workout of the week. Have an hour and 20 run. It's almost 6 a.m. I'm up a little bit later than I'd like to be, but we went up to Connecticut yesterday for my brother's birthday. Usually Monday's my rest day, but I switched it to Sunday yesterday. I'm gonna listen to my Monday morning podcast and try to breathe. Just finished my workout. I ended up doing like 8 miles and some change, and then I got a little cinnamon roll and a flat one afterwards. And I'm just gonna take the train downtown back home because I have to get ready for work. I'm in office days this week, so. I'm headed out the door to go to the office, took a quick little shower, did my makeup, just kind of like a simple little glowy-ish look. And then I'm wearing, this is a Hill House nap dress, absolute favorite, wearing these Mark Fisher white mesh flats. I wore these like the whole time I was in Europe and they're insanely comfortable. And then this is just a little cream sweater because it's chilly in the office. Heading out the door, really rallying for this one. It's gonna be like several coffees this morning, but we're gonna get it done. The last thing I wanna do is go swimming right now, but we gotta get the workout done, so I'm just taking off all of my jewelry, and between us gals, let's just say I gotta go to my sugaring appointment ASAP. That's like the thing about swimming, is I kind of have to be on my game with that, and I have not made time for it, so I'm gonna get an appointment tomorrow. I think I'll have time. And I also need to just eat a little something before I swim. I had an electrolyte packet at the office. I tried this Liquid IV cherry ring pop. So good. It's one of those flavors. I don't know if anyone else is like this. You eat certain things, or you drink certain types of flavors, and it has to, like for me, I don't usually put ice in my water, but if it's like a cherry flavor or like a berry flavor, like I need it to be crispy cold, whereas with like a lemon lime flavor, I'm totally fine if it's room temperature. So who knows? But I'm just gonna have a couple apple cinnamon rice cakes. I'm doing another load of laundry. I feel like all I do is laundry because I'm going through like 3 sets of workout clothes a day. No. So sweaty. And TMI, whatever. If I let them sit, they just like, I feel like the scent never leaves. Like I have this sports bra that I wore when I was traveling last summer, and I waited like a little bit too long to wash it, and I feel like I've washed it like 4 times now. Cannot get the sweat smell out of it, so kind of nasty, girl. I feel like swimming is the one leg of triathlon that like literally everybody has to hype themselves up so much to just get a workout done. Like it's, I don't know, it's always fine once I get in the pool. It's kind of boring. I'm considering getting some of the like Shocks underwater headphones, but I'm also like, is that kind of like sad and pathetic of me if I'm unable to be alone with my thoughts for an hour a day? Probably. Just bargaining with myself the entire time, and I think that's honestly like where the mental toughness is really coming in for me, is knowing that I didn't want to get in the pool, I did it anyway, got in, and like mentally having to get over the barrier that I have 2,800 yards to do, and like trying to do that math in my head of like, all right, if I get X done, I'm like a quarter of the way done, then I'm happy, you know, it's and it's so easy. Like there's so many moments where I'm like, what if I just stop my workout early? And I think it's getting to the point where I realize like the only person I'm letting down is myself. I almost think that like self-disappointment is like the greatest type of disappointment. I used to think it was like disappointing my parents, but I've done enough races now where I've been at the start line and just not train the way that I knew I should have. And then I get to the finish line. It's like, no one to blame but myself. I'm gonna put on that's where I tap out. I'm just gonna be like, I got this really cute sweatshirt that Hugo House sent me that's so cozy. I got a large. It's like the perfect oversized fit after I put it in the dryer a couple of times. And I love it. And like the hood lays perfectly, which if you're a sweatshirt connoisseur, you know. The hood layage is everything. I'm about to head out the door to go to work, and I feel like, you guys, I'm a fraud. I've been sleeping in this week. I think I've just kind of been still getting over this cold that I had a couple weeks ago. I think it was the flu. I never like ended up going to the doctor getting a Z-Pack, but I was down for the count, high fever, all that jazz, and I'm still quite congested. So I don't know. And yesterday, you know, I got maybe 4.5 hours of sleep. So I slept for 9 last night, which I really needed. And I'm trying to remind myself too that like sleep and rest are productive, because I'm going to burn myself out and get injured, and like recovery is just as important as like the physical aspects of training. So trying to rewire my brain, because my default is to just want to like go and feel like I'm a failure or I'm lazy if I'm getting 8 hours of sleep a night, which is crazy. Don't be like me. Do as I say, not as I do. So this is what I'm bringing for, oh my god. Okay, this is what I'm gonna bring to eat for breakfast. I made it last night. So this is a classic. OGs know. Oh, and I didn't take you through my dinner last night because honestly it was not cute. Hydro flask, little cutie container. And then last night I put in my oats, chia seeds, a little bit of salt, collagen, creatine, colostrum. I think that's it. And then I'm gonna put in a packet. I just got home from the office. I put on my cycling bibs immediately because I have an hour ride to do. But I did pick up, I had a few PR packages in the mailroom, and I know who they're from. I just don't know what's inside of them. They're both from nutrition companies. Sorry, I'm looking for my box cutter. Nutrition companies that I haven't used in the past, so we're gonna try them out. The first one is called Transparent Labs. I've heard of them both, I just haven't ever used them. So hold on, let me set you girls up, and then wait, I have to make sure that my address, yeah, my address is not on the front of these. This one, I feel badly because I think it was like a cute PR box from their end, but the mail, I'll turn on a light. The mail really beat the crap out of this. Okay, so first thing, this is from Just Ingredients, and this is their Performance Endurance in the flavor grape. So it has 500 milligrams of sodium, 35 grams of carbohydrates. Oh, okay. I think this is basically like the carb electrolyte mix I get from BPN, the G1M. So this will be good to try because that stuff is so expensive. Okay, creatine mix. Love recovery drink, so it's an orange flavor and it has a bunch of magnesium in it, so this is awesome. I love taking magnesium drinks before bed. And then, okay, these ones are just, ooh, this flavor sounds good. Electrolytes, strawberry tropic. I also love the ombre. Thank you so much, Just Ingredients. And then the next package here is from Transparent Labs. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited. I have so much carb powder now. This is huge. I drink so much. I think that's like the biggest thing with training for the Ironman and doing endurance sports is you really have to be, there's like a science behind the carbs that you take in. And my stomach just, it's not always like super gung-ho about taking like solid carbs. So having these liquid carb options is great. Ooh, and this is blue raspberry, which any fake fruit flavor, like I am so there. It's insane. We have grass-fed protein. Ooh, these look really good. Peanut butter honey oat protein bars. I have like no protein bars right now, so this is perfect. I've been doing content for a while, and just sometimes I'm just overwhelmed by like the generosity of brands. I'm usually really bad about sharing PR because I get worried. I don't want it to like come off as braggy or out of touch. And so something that I'm trying to do, especially because like I understand like I'm in a very privileged position in general, but especially when it comes to training, because I do have a lot of brands that are reaching out and sending me products to try. When it comes to like sports nutrition, because this stuff is so expensive, it's so expensive generally, I'm just gonna start sharing what I like and don't like. Okay, no one cares about that spiel, Elizabeth. And the last thing are just electrolytes. These are the raspberry lemonade flavor. So I'm about to hop on the bike. I'm wearing this MAP bib that I really like. I'm gonna find the name and I'll link them below. But this, I feel like this one is very comfortable. Aloe black sports bra, and then I just have this like baby pink MAP jersey on top. Like if you're gonna spend money on one thing, like the most important thing is just getting a really comfortable pair of well-fitting bibs, because I think what people don't know about bibs too is like, I don't know, sometimes with workout shorts, like you'll size up because you want them to be a little roomier. You do not want bibs to be roomy, because if you have fabric that's bunching up when you're cycling, that, struggling, that gives way to chafing. Like that's how you're gonna chafe. So obviously you don't want it so tight that it's uncomfortable and cutting off your circulation, but you also really need all of your gear to be tight enough that it's not, again, like having that fabric bunching up and chafing. I think I've shown you my set. Hi, baby boy. I know, he's just hungry. He wants his dinner. I'll give you your dinner before I get on the bike, okay? Okay. So, I was nervous about getting a wheel-off trainer just because I didn't want to have to take my bike on and off the trainer. I'm a little bit, like, shy, I think, still about any sort of bike mechanics, and I'm just really worried about like breaking or damaging my bike. It'll be fine. So I put my old bike that I was using before, my old road bike, on the trainer, and so like it's not as comfortable obviously as my new bike, but it's just a really convenient option, and it stays here permanently. And I have an hour-long ride. Haven't figured out what I'm gonna watch yet. Probably another IRONMAN documentary because I love them. Come here. Come here, do you want to say hi to everybody? You go, hi, my mom. My mom is always biking. On the trainer, I'm about to do, I have a, what is it? It's like a high output 25-minute warm up, and then 4 intervals, 30 seconds, 160 watts, 30 seconds at 70 watts, and then 2 minutes at 175, 2 minutes at 70. I already know this is gonna kick my ass, but it's gonna be good for me. And then I am using, so traditionally I've like only used my watch, right, to track my workouts, but my coach had me get, this is a polar heart rate strap. You've probably seen me put it on, and it's supposed to be like a more accurate, I think, gauge for working out. So this is the data that I always upload into Training Peaks, because he's kind of tracking more like my effort, I would say. And especially when you're doing the indoor trainer, it's kind of hard to get the stats on Garmin. At least I haven't quite figured it out yet. So I'm gonna put cycling on as my activity of choice. We're gonna get cooking, I'm gonna get sweaty, and I'm gonna see you on the other side. Workout was really hard. I'm having a day today where I'm just like, the mountain seems insurmountable in front of me. I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but it's so funny. Like before this ride, I was like making a little TikTok like motivational video about just put in the work and it builds confidence. It was hard. It was a hard ride, and yeah, I know that it's just about like putting my head down and continuing to put in the work, and I've had I've had this experience during every marathon training block I've had to, right? Where there are so many moments where I have bad runs and I'm like, I have no idea how I'm gonna run 26.2 miles, but I've always figured out a way to do this. I know that this is no different, but it's just like it's a much bigger hill to climb. So oh God, I'm gonna take Sawyer out and then I need to go do a 15-minute run on the treadmill. I might lift for a bit. I feel like it's weird. I get so in my head on the bike that even though it's monotonous, I don't always feel like I'm clearing my head when I'm cycling inside. When I'm cycling outside, it's like the most free and wonderful thing in the world. Cycling on the trainer it's really gritty and not in a fun way. So, okay, gonna go take Sawyer out, gonna go on a run, gonna lift for a bit, come back, make myself dinner, get all my food ready for tomorrow because I have another day in the office and I need to do some workouts before work. I've been doing them after work and I just that's no way to live right now. And yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, I have some like content-y things I need to do too. So some days I'm like, girl, I'm working 3 jobs and it's a little bit tiring, but grateful. I'm what I would call my 10th like costume change for the day. So I'm about to head down to the gym. I need a little snack because I'm very hungry and I need some more carbs for my run and my lift. Totally forgetting to record what I'm eating after my workouts. So I ended up doing a 15-minute run on the treadmill. It was like an 8:30 pace, so I did like maybe 1.6-ish miles. And then I went straight into a 30-minute lift. So I did a lot of core and some upper body and then like a couple leg thing. It was a random workout, but it felt good. I really wanted to lift tonight. And then for dinner, really big, it does not look pretty, I know, but these are 2 of the Mission Carb Balance tortillas. So this is 12 grams of protein and then it has so much fiber in it. And then I do 3/4 cup of egg whites and I mix that with 2 whole eggs, some cheese. I do these little chicken sausages, and then on the bottom you can't really see, but I just spread a bunch of avocado and there's some cheese in the eggs, and then I'm just gonna put a bunch of hot sauce on top, and I think I'll probably end up having some fruit with like a little bit of Catalina Crunch and milk after, just for something a little bit sweet. It's Wednesday morning. I'm on my way to the office. I woke up in such a bad mood this morning, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm feeling incredibly cranky. I slept decently well, but I stayed up way too late last night and I need to just be getting in a better routine. Ordered a coffee. I ordered like a latte. I'm gonna go pick it up before I head into the office, just because I needed like a little something, you know, a little treat perhaps. For what? I have no idea. It's a really nice day out though. I will say that. I feel like my mood, we have potential to pick it back up. I have a long swim today. Like a 2,500 yard swim, which I'm really not looking forward to. I think that's part of it is I hate swimming. And I thought it was going to be okay because I did like a decent amount of open water swimming for my last triathlon when I lived in Chicago. And like that was nice because you're out with people and it's beautiful outside. But my God, swimming in a pool, I grew up competitive swimming. So it's just takes me back to being like miserable and screaming and crying and having my parents like force me to go to practice every morning. So you know what, these aren't real problems. This is me complaining for the sake of complaining. So hearing myself talk, I'm like, you are just like a miserable person to be around right now. I'm gonna turn this day around and I'm gonna go endeavor to have a good day. The day I know is gonna end up better than it started. And I think too, like, even though I understand and like believe that like it's okay that my body is changing and like it is getting stronger and I'm putting on more muscle, Having literally nothing fit when you go to get dressed in the morning sucks. That's also, I know why my days have been off, is I'm like having little freakouts every morning because I feel kind of huge. Which I know is just like my body dysmorphia and my like lack of self-esteem talking. But it sucks and it's real. And not fitting in stuff when it feels like, especially when it feels like everyone around you is just getting like tinier and tinier, is weird. But it's okay. It's all right. We'll talk more about this later. I'm not like in the best headspace to talk about it right now, but I'm hoping I like collect more thoughts and maybe give myself like a little chill pill about it. Hello, my loves. I'm just finishing up work now. I'm here to report I'm in a better mood than I started the day with, that's for sure. I have a lot of chores that I need to get done tonight, but I also have a lot of training that I need to do, so I'm just kind of trying to create like a mini schedule in my head. So 2 training things that I have to get done tonight is it's like a 58-minute interval run. I think I might end up doing it on the treadmill. I do not enjoy running on the treadmill, but I have found for these interval runs, it's just a lot easier to set the pace on the treadmill and kind of like, then my mind can wander. And I know I said this earlier, dreading the swim right now, straight up not having a good time with it, but I'm gonna go do that now. So it is 8 p.m. right now. In a perfect world, I would have gone straight from my swim to doing my run and my lift, but our apartment was just so cluttered and it's all I could think about. My OCD was raging. So I came back, I organized and cleaned up for like an hour. I'm feeling much better and like life is much more manageable now. I took a shower. I did blow out my hair, which I know seems crazy to people, but I just feel so much more put together when I do my hair. It's like everything else can kind of be whatever, and I feel like because I'm just like living in my workout clothes right now, it's just nice to have a little something makes putting in a ponytail easy. Like the girls that get it, right? And now I'm going to make a little dinner. I know this is probably genuinely so sad and lazy of me, but I get these pre-cooked white rice things that I just heat up in the microwave from Costco. I don't know what it is about rice. I have never been able to cook it well, and everyone's like, get a rice cooker, it'll change your life. We just don't have space for one right now, so this is my interim solution. It's 90 seconds. It's the perfect situation for me. Well, it's definitely giving slop or like what someone feeds their dog on its birthday, but there's something green on here. It's good carbs, good protein, so we're just gonna roll with it. Probably won't believe me, but this is really good. Now I'm gonna make my little drink for the gym. I'm gonna do, sorry, I opened this creatine and it's like a plume of powder. Liquid IV, the ring pop flavor. Hi, what's up?
Hi.
Hi.
What?
I'm vlogging my training this week.
There you go.
There you go. Oh, I just finished my second block. So I did only like 25 minutes of strength training. So most of it was like functional, farmer's carry, some pull-ups, things of that nature. And then I had another, like every week I do an endurance with speed surge. So you do like a 20-minute warm-up and then I do about, I want to say it's 13 intervals, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, going at like a 7:45 to 8-minute pace and then a 10-minute pace to recover and then some cool down. So it was good. It always feels impossible for the first, I don't know, probably like 4 intervals. You're like, how am I gonna get through it? But kind of like the swim today, breaking it up into smaller chunks really makes the time pass, and I like them. So I think they're just gonna progressively get longer, which is good. I feel like my fitness has already improved from when I did it last week to this week, so that's encouraging. Good morning, happy Thursday. I woke up with the biggest zit on my face this morning, and I made a bad decision and I tried to pop it, which I know is just gonna prolong it and make it worse, but it's okay. I slept in this morning again. This has just been the theme of the week. I think once I start on a bad foot, like, it's really hard to get out of it, because I didn't get back home from the gym until like 10:30 last night, I think, and I was still working after I got home from the gym, so like I didn't end up getting to bed until like 12:30, whatever. It's fine. All I have today is an hour-long bike and a 15-minute transition run. I'm not going to try to lift today. I say that. I don't think so. So it's like, it's more chill, which is nice. And then I just picked up coffee, everything egg bagel with butter. And it's a work from home day, which is so nice. So I'm just going to sit on my couch. I have a bunch of contracts that I need to redline and knock out for my job. I've very few meetings today, which is nice. Look how good that looks. Leo's is the best because they just coat everything in butter, and the egg everything is amazing. It's lunchtime, so I had a few calls this morning, nothing crazy. And I also had a call with my coach earlier, which was great. We hadn't connected live before, and I'm working, it's called FC Endurance. His name is Joby, and he's like the best. He's qualified, I think, for Kona like 5 times. Maybe he's done loads of IRONMAN races, and he's just like so good at breaking things down into bite-sized pieces. I feel so comfortable and confident working with him. It's been awesome. I like could not recommend enough. It's definitely financially been a big investment, but I know this is something like I will never regret investing in a coach for a race this big. Like, it's so important. It's not the type of thing that I just kind of want to like pull a random training plan off the internet for. You can't tell me that this doesn't look absolutely fantastic and delicious. So I just did a bunch of roasted potatoes with that seasoning. This is the steak, eggs, and then kiwi and strawberries. So tons of good carbs in here, some protein, some healthy fats. I'm so excited to eat this. Also, just gonna have a little orange poppy. Alright, damn, Color Story is strong today. I also just need to completely and totally lube myself up with Body Glide right now, particularly in my underarms. The first 25 minutes of my ride, I was like, why is this so like hard? I feel like I'm pedaling into oblivion and getting no power. And I realized I hooked up my kicker core. Like, there are a few different things you have to check off with Zwift to be hooked up. And the kicker core was connected with the resistance function. I had pressed like the connect. So it was just like, I'm never gonna make it to 175 watts. So we're back in business now. Figured it out. I feel like the bike is the biggest learning curve, at least for me. So I just take it day by day, and it's laying bricks, chopping wood. So I actually feel so good after that ride. I feel like it instilled a lot of confidence in me. So I had 15, so it was like a warm up for 20 minutes, and then 15 minute on, minute off intervals, 175 watt output, and I felt really strong throughout the whole thing, which is night and day to how I was feeling even just 2 days ago when I was doing my ride. So that was great. And I'm almost wondering, like, I was joking about the gummies, but I put it in my chronometer, and I took in like 45 grams of carbs via the gummies before I got on the bike. And I don't usually take a ton of carbs directly before I get on. I usually just do like a carb mix in my drink while I'm on the bike. And I think that helped a ton, because my legs theoretically should have been very sore. I did an hour run like really late last night. And then also I lifted some legs too. So I don't know, you know, it's like you kind of know, you never know what you're gonna get. Now I have 8 minutes to quickly rinse off, and then I'm recording a podcast episode with my friend Bree. She has a podcast that she just started. So we're just gonna talk about sobriety, like getting sober, a little bit about my story. And yeah, and my boyfriend, I think I have a clip. He brought me flowers, which is so sweet. He is still like, okay, so he used to be, he used to compete a lot for, was it dirt biking, BMX, I don't know, some sort of like extreme, biking when he was younger, and put so much strain that he ended up getting an ACL tear, and like to this day he still has a lot of issues. So I really wish like he could run with me and he could train with me, but I feel like we've had like a lot of good candid conversations about support, because I think triathlon training can feel like super lonely if you're doing it alone. And he works like 13-14 hour days. Like if he has a client dinner, he's not getting home until, you know, like 10:30 at night. Then he's going to bed and leaving at before 6 a.m. the next morning. So we don't always see each other. And so I feel like he just finds a lot of ways to like show up for me. So like bringing me flowers is so sweet. And, you know, like when he gets home, he's tired, but he knows that I've been struggling to like spend as much time walking Sawyer as I'd like to, because a lot of physical activity I do, like he just can't keep up on the runs in the way that I would need him to. Obviously I'm doing the indoor trainer. He's not gonna go swim laps with me. So he's been helping so much with that, and I think I'm just like a big believer in, this is all our first time on earth, and if you want something from your partner, if there's like a type of support that you want, you have to tell them how to show up for you. And I think my default is to be like, oh, I want someone to just intuitively know what I need and want. But that's not fair, and that's not realistic either, because there have been instances, right, where I think that he wants me to show up one way, and like that's actually the least helpful thing for me to do, and I don't know that unless he tells me, and I don't resent him, and yeah, I don't know. So that's like a little spiel, because I think a lot of times like the gender dynamic is switched, right? Like a lot of times it's men who are like doing a lot of the training, and so women, like, right, we're traditionally taught to like that we are doing like the household chores and all that stuff, and because like the gender roles are kind of like switched in this training dynamic, does that make sense? It's different. So he like is picking up some stuff that maybe normally like he wouldn't default to doing, just because I typically do it, because I don't mind it. I just don't have time right now. So yeah, anyway, that's my 2 cents. All right, I'm gonna hop in the shower and try to like, I don't know what I'm gonna look like, but it is what it is. All right, I just finished the podcast and it was so fun. I love those 2 girls so much. And I threw together a really quick and easy dinner before I head back to the gym. And I made this for dinner, so it's very similar to what I had last night. So I just did the chopped grilled chicken, some rice. I did Parmesan and feta just to get some more protein in here. I did cucumbers, and then I also chopped up a date, so I'll have some extra carbs in here as well. So yeah, I'm gonna eat this. Oh, and I tossed it all in like balsamic vinaigrette and some different herbs and spices. So this will be good. I'm gonna make my way through this, edit some content, and then head to the gym. Good morning. Happy Friday. I'm so happy it's the end of the week. It's been a bit of a grueling week. It's been a bit of a grind, but that's okay. It's like 10:37 right now. I've been on calls all morning, and I'm just getting a second to myself. So I had a little homemade latte earlier, Fairlife whole milk, always. So I got a little bit of protein and obviously some caffeine. So start off the day on that note. And then I had a few minutes between calls, so I just pulled together this giant breakfast. I have plain Greek yogurt with honey and some strawberries and kiwi. And then I did sourdough toast with a little bit of butter, avocado, and everything but the bagel seasoning, 2 fried eggs with everything but the bagel seasoning, and then some steak. I'm just gonna put some hot sauce on top. Okay, so this is 64 grams of protein. This is a good amount of protein, and then you're getting carbs, obviously, from the sourdough, the fruit, and the honey. So yeah, I feel like this is a really good breakfast. I'm gonna eat this, finish some work stuff, and I'll see you guys in a little bit.
It's now Friday night. I've been really bad about vlogging the rest of the day, but I just worked until 5 and then did some things around the house, and my boyfriend called me on his way home from work and said that he'd gotten a walk-in at this restaurant we've been wanting to try by us, and it was so insanely good. And so now I'm back and I'm gonna go get a lift in probably like 30 to 45 minutes.
I got in some Free People Movement pieces that they sent me today, and this is my absolute favorite. It's this layered bra in this like really bright lime green color, and then it has kind of this paler lime underneath. So pretty. And then these flare bubble pants in a heather gray. Like, did not expect those to be so cute. And usually I feel like their pants are far too long on me because I'm 5'3", and these are like perfect. So I'm gonna go lift and I'll see you afterwards. Happy Sunday! Today's just been such a good day already. I'm on cloud 9 right now. I took my first real bike ride on my Canyon, and it was incredible. It was euphoric. Doing all my rides on the indoor trainer, and so being able to go outside and like feel the sun on my skin and the wind in my hair, and just the ride was so smooth, and yeah, it was just like a glorious day. I woke up pretty early this morning, and then I took my time getting ready. I was slow this morning, let's be honest. And I got out on the trail at probably like 6, and then I rode for 2.5 hours. I rode 45 miles. And it was, yeah, I'm just like giggling and kicking my feet, and it was so fun. I forgot how much I love cycling. So now I am going to go on a run. I'm gonna finish out my run. So I'm gonna go run for an hour, maybe more. We'll see how I feel. It's pretty warm out today, and obviously my legs are a little bit tired, so you can see all my chamoy butter. Keep the good feeling going, and I think it's gonna be a really good brick run. Usually I'm only doing 15-minute blocks after my ride, but I think it'll be good for me, and I didn't get it done yesterday, so I have to get it done today. I don't have a choice, and I'm not gonna, make excuses for my training. So all right, I'm gonna head out, and I will see you guys when I'm back. I just wrapped up my brick workout for today, so I ended up doing a 45-mile bike and then a 10-mile run, and it was quite spicy outside. It was 85 degrees. But I honestly felt really good. I felt really strong. I wasn't initially sure that I was gonna run that distance, but then I called Amira and she's like, you're not gonna cut your workout short. And she was right. So I didn't necessarily fuel as much as I should have on the bike. So given that, I feel like my performance was actually really good. So yeah, and if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's fun for me to, I don't know, like pull together the week of what I'm doing. It's kind of crazy as I've been watching it back and editing, like just how much my activity has changed and grown in terms of volume and intensity since even just a couple of years ago. So I feel really grateful to have a healthy body that is able to take on that load. The shower, which felt so heavenly, and now I'm waiting for my sandwich to arrive, and we're just gonna watch the PGA Tour and couch rot and then get ready for the week. So I love you, and I will see you next week for the next week of workout.